I made this massive cauldron for a stage production of Hocus Pocus. I started with the largest exercise ball that I could find. I'm gonna link in the description below. The one that I used was 34 inches. Now I really wanted to save time on the paper mache because I knew this ball was so big. So I purchased plaster gauze bandages on Amazon, which was a great decision, huge time saver, definitely recommend. I didn't need newspaper or starch or anything like that. But it does require a few layers of the gauze, so make sure that you layer at least 3 or 4 layers to make sure that it's not flimsy in any places. So once we finished covering the ball, we just had to wait for days. Once it was dry enough, I was able to work on the fire that was going to be around and underneath the cauldron. I bought both flickering flame lights and regular orange LEDs. The flickering flame lights were really cool, but they didn't have quite as dramatic of an effect as I was hoping they would, so if you are on a budget, this is a place that you can cut costs. So I laid the lights down around the cauldron several times around, and then I covered those lights in spray insulation foam. You want to leave little gaps here and there so that the light can shine through. Then I bought the cheapest skeleton that I could find, laid down the bones and small pieces of firewood into the insulation foam and let it all dry overnight. Once this had dried completely, I was able to spray paint everything black. Then I used a dry brush technique to add shades of gray and red and browns, just to add some realism and some depth to the fire. And here is a look of what the fire looks like at night with all the lights on. Once the cauldron had dried completely and it had been painted, I was able to cut the exercise ball, which of course deflated it, and it detached very easily from the plaster, so I was able to just remove the ball. So once the ball was removed, I used a jumbo pool noodle to make the lip of the cauldron by putting the pool noodle around the edge of the cauldron, and then I gave it a paint job. Now, I'll be the first to say, big mistake was made. I did not film enough during this project. Clearly, we do not have a lot of footage. My excuse is that I was on a massive time crunch to get this project done, but huge regret there. Wish I had filmed more. Like this paint job. We really don't see many steps to this paint job, so I'm just gonna put up a picture and I'll tell you what I did. I used different colors of acrylic paint and spray paint to give it this kind of weathered, old, metallic look. For the rust effect, I used an acrylic wash in hues of kind of a coppery, reddish brown color, and I let it drip as it dried. To make the cauldron look like it was boiling over like a witch was in the middle of making her potion, I used that same insulation foam and sprayed globs on top of the pool noodle. And then, to make it look like it was still wet, I used a triple thick acrylic gloss. Now for the drama of the fog machines. Of course I made this project very difficult on myself because I had visions of grandeur. Now what I really wanted was a low-lying fog. I knew that this stage production was going to be taking place with lots of sun and lots of wind, and that if I used a regular fog machine, the fog would end up just going up into the air and dissipating. I wanted it to creep over the edges of the cauldron and give it that really creepy low-lying effect. The way that you achieve this is by cooling the fog. The cooler the fog, the more low-lying you're going to get. Now I tried watching YouTube videos and trying to make my own DIY low-lying fog machine. I did not have the space, I did not have the expertise, and I did not have the time to achieve this. So I ended up going with the Mr. Cool 2 low-lying fog machine, which I'm going to link below. I set that up inside of the cauldron. Now to make matters worse, I also wanted the cauldron to have a special effect where when the witches surrounded the cauldron, they threw an ingredient down into the cauldron, that there was a big blast of fog and lights, and it would all be very dramatic. But you're not going to get that effect from a low-lying fog machine, so that meant that I had to have 2 fog machines, which also explains why my DIY fog machine didn't really work, because you have to have something with ice. It didn't work. So I bought this second fog machine, which is the Chauvet DJ Geyser T6.
Like a T6, like a T6.
It does pretty much exactly what I was looking for. It shoots up some vertical fog with an LED color of your choice. So I arranged the 2 fog machines inside the cauldron, making sure that that vertical funnel or hole, you know, like where the fog comes out, was not being blocked by the other fog machine. It looks kind of like this. So I arranged the 2 fog machines on top of each other inside the cauldron. One would have the low-lying fog effect and one would have the geyser effect. Both were activated by a remote control, so I could have a tech off stage controlling both. So let's finally see our cauldron in action. And if you look closely, maybe you'll even see a familiar face in there.
Rattle the bones, white as white. It's the carpet of Melica Mystica. Freeze the children with delight. It's the carpet of Melica Mystica. Mix it in with a scream of fright. Then take lights. The scream of a child.
If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing more Hocus Pocus videos, like how I made this book with the blinking eye, or this black flame candle, or how to make your own Winifred teeth and cover your eyebrows so you too can look like this stunner. Either way, I hope to see you in the next video.